Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a wonderful week last week and that things have been going well for you. Okay, so so we're doing this from, when are we doing this from? I think it's the 7th to, it would probably be around the 14th. Sorry, I forgot the dates. Around that time, the Monday to the Sunday, they're telling me, it's around about then. So, so how I work is I call in my guides, I call in all those in spirit who love me to come close and to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, techniques, exercises, that sort of thing that might pop up. Okay, so just give me a sec, I'll just tune in, seal off, call in my guides, and we'll get straight into it. Okay, so they're talking about simplicity actually, and about how a lot of the things that we can do that are very simple, we actually tend to overlook quite a lot because we think, oh, well, it's a bit simple. How could this actually work? How could it really benefit me, benefit my life, and really give me what I need? So I'm going to run through just a couple of things really quickly. They're saying number one is intent. They're reminding me this came up last week as well. So your intent, what do you intend to actually do? Do you have an intent at the start of the day? Do you have an intent when you go to complete or start a particular task? If you do any sort of work with another person, do you have the intent to really love them and help them as much as possible with this? The other one is space and giving yourself a little bit of time. And they're saying really recognizing that you're very important. And I've got to throw this in here. One of my clients and a colleague, Kathy, one of her things is be your own best client. Big shout out to Kathy, absolutely fabulous advice that she gave me, and I'll never forget it. So big love to you, and it makes so much sense. Be your own best client. So it's really about looking out for your own needs and being the best you can so you can be the best you can for other people. So it's about realizing you're equal to everyone else. There's no number one, number two. It's that thing where you're number one with everybody else, and remembering your beauty. The other thing is actually just switching off, they're saying. So giving yourself some time every day, and they're saying also through the week, month, year, that sort of thing, just to switch off. So, this means possibly getting in nature, it might be doing some meditative practices, like yoga, qigong, things like that. It might even be, one of my go-tos I've been doing a lot more of recently, just tying a sarong or a towel, putting a towel over my eyes, putting a timer on my phone for 10 minutes and just saying out loud, for the next 10 minutes, I release any responsibility that I have. And knowing that it's only 10 minutes, it's only a short amount of time, and it really does recharge you and give you a little bit of, a little bit of time out, a little bit of lifting, and it really helps you to process anything that's occurred during the day. And they're saying this is especially good for very busy people. So anyone very busy out there, please try it out. The more you do it, the better you get. And say those words: I release responsibility of anything for the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you want to do it. Okay, we'll get on with the reading. Hope you enjoyed that. So, what are they talking about Monday? So they're saying about watching where you're going, watching where you're walking, and things like that. And because it's that thing too, that's they're giving me the analogy, when you're walking along with your friends, or even, they're saying with your friend, sometimes you'll be talking away and you'll be talking about stuff, but you won't really be putting much notice on where you're actually walking, and that sort of thing. So they're saying that it's really about being a little bit more mindful of where you're going in life, as well as what you're actually doing at that time. So just sort of stopping and just taking a look around, going, okay, cool, this is where I'm going, and is this somewhere you want to keep going, which is going on to Tuesday, and it's going into relationships. Now, more on a social tip, and it's that thing where there's a lot of change around social situations with people at the moment, quite a bit of upheaval as well, and it's that thing too, about allowing yourself to flow with these changes, and to go to involve yourself with people who you really feel that there's a congruence here, that you really feel a connection, that you feel uplifted. Because if you don't feel uplifted being with somebody, well, they're not going to feel uplifted either, And so, it's that thing about doing the best for yourself, as we were just talking about. Doing the best thing for yourself is actually doing the best thing for everyone else. So yeah, if you want to work it in that way, makes it a lot easier. Okay, so getting on to Wednesday, so it's that thing too. They're saying that within, like we're talking about social situations, change, relationships, when these things occur, that there are kind of changes that occur. And what they're talking about is that when you go from one situation to another situation, there's always a period of kind of wondering, of releasing, of being okay, of finding your feet, and that sort of thing as well. And with this, it's about, they're saying about Wednesday, basically just be kind to yourself, and be kind to yourself with this. So if we could say Wednesday, be kind to yourself, and you will be kind to all others. It'll just naturally happen. So Thursday. So this is quite a bit about relationships. So this is about relationships, but it's more on the love tip. And when I mean the love tip, it could be an actual partner that you have, or somebody you're involved with in a romantic way. It could actually be somebody that you just really love quite a lot. And it's funny, right before I did this video, I actually had two friends drop in to see me that have moved on, and I can feel them with me at the moment. So it could just be that people that you just really love a lot, and that you're very intimate with, and you want to share that intimacy. But it's that thing too about allowing that in, and allowing that to flow out of you also for Thursday. So getting on to Friday. Alright, so Friday, it's funny because they're reminding me about when we go to really pretty places, whether that's the mountains, the desert, the bush, the beach, different things, that we always kind of stop and take a breath. Could even be whatever, anything in nature. We kind of stop and we look around and go, wow, how beautiful is this? How incredible is this? But it's that thing too about kind of stopping and realizing that the reason why you can see the beauty around you is because you've actually allowed yourself to slow down a little bit for starters. But the other thing is it's a reflection of the beauty you see within you. And the reason why that's easier to do when you're out in nature and there's not as many people around is because there's not as much sort of, they're saying, thoughts from other people. There's not as much congestion, energetic congestion, and this sort of thing. So this is really about allowing yourself to, just sort of stop when you can, saying stop and smell the roses, whether you're out in nature or you're not at home. Just sort of stop for a second and go, wow, this is really, really cool, and just noticing the beautiful sunshine, the trees, whatever it is, that sort of thing. So getting on to Saturday, Saturday. So Saturday is about grounding, and that was one of the things I thought they were actually going to talk about at the start of the video. with the intent, the different practices, but they're talking about grounding, and they're talking about the importance of grounding, and and how this is really, really does very well for you. And just that thing about what this actually does is not only connects you with the earth and helps connect you with yourself, but it gives you, it's like a natural detox as well. And it helps you to assimilate anything that's been going on for you in your life. So if you can, get your feet on the grass, get your feet in the dirt, rub them in the dirt, fantastic, really cool. It feels feels really nice actually. So you can get your feet on the ground on Saturday, really cool stuff. Okay, so Sunday. It's funny because when I felt in the Sunday, it was coming from my throat. Funny enough, it wasn't coming from my heart. But I could feel that these beautiful, it was like my throat opened up and these beautiful wings popped out. And, and it felt very loving, and it felt very beautiful, and it felt like, very vast and open. And it's that thing about, they're talking about nature again, actually, and around you, and the reflections of people around you, reflections of your environment, and the reflections of nature. And it's that thing that, there's always things around you that are really showing you how much they love you. And it's really about you allowing yourself to receive this and to take note of this. And as I'm doing this video, I'm looking at my plants right behind. I've got some beautiful vines there. And people, when they come in to my office and we do a session, all the time they comment on this. They're like, wow, they look so healthy. And it's that thing too that, I realize when they're doing this, they're actually, really noticing that they can see the health within themselves, that they're accepting that love from that plant. So I know this might sound a bit hippie or a little bit simple, but it's that thing too about sort of recognizing this and that reciprocity that goes when you recognize beauty outside of you, you're actually recognizing beauty inside of you, and how important this actually is to just stop every now and then and to do this, whether that's with plants, with nature, or with friends around you, or different things. Okay, so I feel like we're coming up to the end now. I want to thank you very much for watching this week's reading. I love it when you like, subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff on me. If you want a private session with me, go to davidmjohn.com. I've got a few different pages up there in the booking system. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful week, and lots of love. I'll see you then. Bye bye.